The following is a presentation of The Day.
Hey, welcome to Live Lunch Break. My name is Rick Coster. We are speaking to you from theday.com. Was Matt making a face when we started?
You betcha.
We have with us probably my favorite melodicist in the New London music scene. Matt Gouette is with us today, and I'll tell you what, he's got a couple of albums out, but I think there's a new EP that's really sort of actually finished, and maybe we'll hear some from that, maybe we won't, but it's going to be up to him.
Acoustically.
Acoustically.
Yeah.
Yes.
This is a rock and roll EP, you know?
Oh. Well, it's been done before. If Neil Young can do it, you can do it.
I'm glad glad you have faith in me.
Anyway, we have with us Matt Gouette at Live Lunch Break.
Hello there.
Enjoy.
All right, let's start with a song that I like to call Spinner. I'll try not to speak of things I've lost, people that have gone, or bridges burned when crossed. And I won't ask you to forgive. We had a war of words, and both came out alive. We live. But don't forget one thing I said before I went and lost my head, that in a world without you I would rather be dead, because you're my spinner. Now I've done what I said I would not do, dwell upon the past, and speak of me and you, because after all there are better things to find. The future seems so bright, just so long as you leave the past behind. We lost ourselves along the way, like I was night and you were day. Played out the roles until there were no more lines to say, and went off spinning away. Are you waiting for a time like I'm waiting for mine, waiting for the stars to shine? Well, I'd give them all to you. Nothing in the world's more true. You're my spinner.
Farms.
Lose yourself in the possibilities for your home, yard, heart, and soul.
Come to Crowder Farms.
And see what we're building for you.
Offshore, out in the Sound, your island getaway awaits. Yes, Block Island beckons. With so much to do and see, a Block Island getaway is now closer than ever. Ride the high-speed Block Island Express from New London on one of 4 daily departures, where an island escape is yours at goblockisland.com. That's goblockisland.com.
So by doing the house and trade-in, that we use that towards our down payment towards this condo, and it made life so much easier for us. It took all the worry out of everything.
Hi, Rick Coster here at you're watching theday.com. This is our regular live lunch break concert series, conversational gems tossed in. We're fortunate today to have Matt Gouette with us. He's just applied the capo to the second fret of his Takamine.
Well, yes, that is French for cheating on the guitar.
I think it's a tool.
It is a tool.
So
I'm a tool. I've been called that before.
you play in Tool.
Yes, indeed. No.
So how are you, man?
I'm okay. How are you?
It's just good to see you up before 3 in the afternoon.
Yes.
Never happened.
Well, we were just discussing that, folks. I don't wake up till about 3 in the afternoon.
So he's doing us a favor.
And that's if I'm lucky.
That's why he's got to have the capo, is to boost the vocals that don't normally get motivated.
They don't get a workout. Sometimes I don't speak until 8 at night.
Now,
sad.
as I alluded to in the introduction, you've released 2 very fine CDs, Living with the Ghost, and I can't ever pronounce her name.
Gouette.
No, not that. At the Moon Tower, the babe talking to the Moon Tower.
Emmeline.
It's a beautiful name. I want to say Emmeline.
Yeah, it's either or. It's like my last name is Gouette or Gouette, whatever.
So from the South, I always said Gouette until Peter
from
off
the South,
screen
I
there.
always said Gouette.
Gouette. Okay,
like
so
your
you've got a new EP in the works. How close are we to getting it out?
It's really been done for about 2 years.
No rush to get it in the
Yeah,
store.
well, no rush. Now, well, things come up with me. I get lazy. I wanted to have it. I wanted to have something that was mixed by somebody who knows how to mix
Right.
properly, and actually have it mastered, because I've never had everything of it. I do it all myself.
Right.
So once I get to the point where I need to mix the stuff, I don't know how to do it.
Right.
And I'm burnt out because I've played about 5 million instruments and laid down, a bunch of vocal tracks.
So who did we get to mix?
I got my good friend Jason Banta.
Jason.
Yeah. Formerly of his band Recur Recurrence, and he plays with us in Burnouts from Outer Space.
Right.
Right now he's on tour. Lucky.
Well, if you get this out, people will say, we want Matt to go on tour.
Yeah, well, he's doing sound. So, he's doing that. But, no, so I was fortunate to have him mix it, and I nitpicked a lot. And just because eventually we got to a point where I'm like, okay, I'm fine with it. This is good. And then I passed it off to M. Christopher Cherry to give it a good polish, and it sounds fantastic.
Yeah, those are 2 really solid dudes. So
yeah, I'm very happy with it. Right now, it's just a money issue. I need to pick up some more hours, folks. If you're hiring, let me know. I'll busk in front of the Klingerman Travel on Bank Street.
That's where I always go to book my weekly jet trips
That's
to
where my next
exotic
show
places.
is.
So, all right.
That's after my show on the roof of Caldor in Groton.
Okay. Matt Gouette.
Yeah, so I guess I'm just kind of winging it here, folks. So I would like to do a cover, but this is a cover of a friend of mine. So this is a song by Sandy Allen, which I'm going to put on said EP, and it's called If I Ever Need You, and it's fantastic.
Well, if I ever need you like I need you now, we should find each other far apart. If you ever need me in your dreams somehow, look in your heart. That's where you start. Here in my arms. You said you would remember, and I believe you will. The way the morning rose on the canal. You were my southern comfort there, you were my thrill, you were my gal. You were my pal. You were my gal. People will tell you there ain't no such thing as true love. Don't believe that's so. Though it's something I just can't explain. The very thing that's there to make the feeling grow brings you the pain. Or is it just like the rain? You better get on that plane. Better get on that plane. Better get on that plane.
Offshore, out in the Sound, your island getaway awaits. With so much to do and see, a Block Island getaway is now closer than ever. Where an island escape is yours at GoBlockIsland.com.
So literally, we're changing deeds. You're using your house at an agreed upon number towards a down payment for the purchase here. It couldn't be much easier, really.
Come to Cloder Farms.
We believe in the art of handcrafted furniture. Workbench built in the USA to your specifications. The Cloder Farms Keystone Collection. Furniture handmade just for you. And see what we're building for you.
Thank you. It's the most beautiful day of the year. That's official. It's just gorgeous outside. And so it means a lot to us here at the Day that you would blow that off at lunch to spend your time staring at your computer screen to enjoy the sounds of Matt Gouette. My name is Rick Coster, and the most important question I have for Matt is, in the great galaxy of chord voicings, is F sharp minor the best minor chord in the world?
I have to play it to answer that.
Yeah.
Right? Am I right?
Yeah.
I always screw up my chord names.
No, that was right.
I did it on the song spinner that you guys did for me. I'm like, oh well, because it's in D. That's a fantastic chord.
It is. You use some really neat structures, and F sharp minor will pop up in the most surprising places.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that last song, which obviously is not mine, that's
Right.
Sandy Allen's, but what I love about that is
major.
it's up here, but once he does, and then he goes,
Resolves
that
to the major.
I love that.
This is music talk. So, yeah, that was a great song. So was the first one. Now, I have a question for you.
I might have an answer.
You might. To me, one of the greatest things about this music community that we have around here is also sort of a dangerous thing, and that is there's so many good people and it's so much fun that you might find yourself playing in 3 or 4 bands or with all kinds of projects going on,
Right.
which is a lot of cool thing. That's a lot of fun. At the same time, is it a detriment if you go, wow, I want to have a solo career and make this my life forever, and then you turn around in 5 years or gone down the road and maybe you're still, does that make any sense?
That makes a whole lot of sense.
What are your thoughts on that?
That's not even. I mean, that's not.
Not an opinion.
That's real life right there. I mean, you're talking about like having a like a musical dream, and then the next thing you know, look back and you're 20 years older. Is that what you're talking about?
Well, maybe.
Because that's where I'm going, folks.
Or just reaching the point where you're self-sustaining, because it's one thing to say, well, I'm in a band and I'm 24 and I'm single or whatever,
Gotcha.
and you don't need a whole lot. And when you're 40, all of a sudden you go, wait, I've got a wife and 2 kids, and I'm still...
Sure, gotcha. Yeah, are you asking me about that? Like if I'm if that's where I am?
No,
or?
not necessarily. I'm asking because you do have some really competitive, good material. And at the same time, it's just a lot of fun to play in 4 different bands. Everybody's friends, the scenes.
Yeah.
So how do you prioritize? Maybe that's a question.
I honestly don't prioritize.
That's good.
I mean, look
free.
Look at me. I'm a wreck.
You're not a wreck.
No, I'm not.
He's so self-effacing today.
I'm like that every day, folks. I think most people know that. Well, that's part of the charm, right?
Charming fellow.
I don't know if this answers that question, but as far as any sort of when I was a kid, I wanted to grow up and I wanted to be some famous rock star, pop star or something. I wanted to be David Bowie. I wanted to be Michael Jackson, and stuff like that. But yeah, I think I'm more comfortable now. Just kind of. I'm 32, by the way, so I've got a little bit of mileage on me. But I mean, just saying, yeah, I'm now in my 30s, and I kind of realize that that's not really such, that's not an easily achievable dream, where when I dreamt about it when I was a kid, younger, well, I just dreamt about it. So if I'm going to do it now, well, now I'm working for it. So
okay.
If that makes any sense whatsoever.
It absolutely did.
To make the dream work, you have to work for it. So
cool.
Hey, you can quote me on that.
I am going to quote you. In the meantime, play us another song.
Definitely.
Matt Gouette.
Sure. Let's do a tune called, this one's off the EP as well, but this is my own. This one's called Nobody Calls. Minus all the electronics. This is such a weird one to play stripped down. God.
I wake up at 4 p.m. My head is foggy, take a shower and go back to bed. I am the walking dead. I don't mind hanging out where the sun won't shine. I'm fine. Check my phone when nobody calls. Don't play it off when I stumble and fall. I sit around and stare at the walls. I try to lie, I just don't care at all. Walk downtown, hoping I might see some of my friends. I sit down, they get up and leave. Honestly lonely, sit and seethe, guess the whole world's just too good for me. I check my phone, but nobody calls. Don't play it off when I stumble and fall. I sit around and stare at the walls. Tra-la-la, I just don't care at all. Bring you flowers in the middle of the night, 'cause I like you, wanna say that you're alright. Just that kind of guy. You send me back, I'm always so embarrassed I could die. I check my phone when nobody calls. Don't play it off when I stumble and fall. I sit around, stare at the walls. I just don't care at all. I check my phone and nobody calls. I try to lie, I just don't care at all. Ooh.
It's pretty clear that we had something to offer that other listings, other agents' listings did not have to offer. We offered them the opportunity to sell their home, get their home sold in a very slow, tough market.
Come to Cloder Farms.
Lose yourself in the possibilities for your home, yard, heart, and soul.
Come to Cloder Farms.
And see what we're building for you.
Offshore, out in the Sound, your island getaway awaits. Yes, Block Island beckons. With so much to do and see, a Block Island getaway is now closer than ever. Ride the high-speed Block Island Express from New London on one of 4 daily departures, where an island escape is yours at GoBlockIsland.com. That's GoBlockIsland.com.
Welcome again to Live Lunch Break here at theday.com. I'm Rick Coster. We are speaking with and listening to the powerful Matt Gouette, a powerful musical force. And
Strong like bull.
we were talking off air and learned that each of us suffer from a ridiculous but paralyzing condition known as hypochondria.
Yes.
So
Yes,
I thought I would ask you, if you're not a hypochondriac, it's good for you. If you are, you understand that if you get a headache, it's not a headache, it's a brain tumor.
brain tumor.
That sort of thing. So I was going to ask you, and I have several years more of this earth to have had all these diseases, but what's the weirdest hypochondriacal condition you think you've ever come up with?
Oh my gosh.
This has nothing to do with music. I'm just fascinated.
Yeah, no, I mean, I love talking about this kind of thing. I'd rather play music and talk about this stuff.
Sorry.
Okay, well, the newest one is loss of teeth. Gosh, the weirdest.
I'm not sure that hypochondriacal is even a word, but I tossed it out there as an adjective. I think that's an adjective.
Well, I don't know if I could think of. Let me run through everything that I've had in my 32 years. I've had a brain tumor. I've had a stroke. I've had a heart attack. I've had cancer. I've had gosh, what else have I had? I've had appendicitis. I've had cirrhosis.
Cirrhosis.
I don't even know what that feels. I don't know what any of them. I don't know what any of them feel like.
Like, what was happening that made you think, "Oh, this is cirrhosis"?
Well, it was trapped gas.
All right.
So it was, and this was the same. The same symptom for multiple things, which was the appendicitis, cirrhosis. I don't know.
No, that's
a
good.
liver. I don't know. Intestinal. I don't know. Tapeworms. I've had it all, folks.
Would you like to hear the weirdest one I've ever had?
Yeah.
And my sister is a nurse, so poor thing has been victim of me, and she lives in Colorado. So I'll call like in the middle of the night and wake her up, and she'll, what the hell is it now? You know. But you know, you have like in the winter this blanket, and it'll be like a little piece of lint or a piece of something from the blanket. I actually inhaled one of those and swallowed it, and I thought, and this was like at night in bed, and I thought, that's going to go into my lungs, and the lining of the lungs will absorb it, and it'll like crystallize or something.
Right.
So I literally called my sister and woke her up, and she was just like, "Oh, don't ever call me again." But that's a weird one, right?
That is a weird one. That's actually kind of odd, Rick.
Said the 22-year-old man with cirrhosis. Okay. Now listen. When we know that the new EP is in production, it'll hopefully be out soon. When can we see you again playing?
Well, it looks like tomorrow night. Tomorrow night at the Oasis.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll be there with the backing, the band, and with Burnouts from Outer Space. I'll be playing with them too.
I like it. Now, if somebody wants to get the albums that are already out, what's the best way to find them?
I would probably go to. There are so many ways. I always liked, I feel weird about people paying money for what I do. Isn't it? I don't know if that's weird. I'm just so like I try to think of myself as like kind of more giving. So I love to give stuff out. But I would say the best bet would be locally. I would say go down to the Telegraph on Golden Street.
Yep.
Go to Mystic Disc in Mystic, in the Steamboat Wharf. One of my old hangouts. Or you can go online, Bandcamp. It's all there. It's all online. This sounds like such a. I don't know how to word it. It's weird to say that you could put my name into Google and a bunch of things come up.
But it's true.
So
usually
I was gonna.
It's your medical history.
Yeah, exactly. It is that. But I was gonna say if I can't think of all the things right now, but I could say that you could put my name into Google and my music will come up.
Yeah, there you go.
Just because I put it everywhere online, so that's why.
No, that's good.
Yeah.
And it deserves to be heard.
Well, thank you.
All right. Matt,
that was a very weird conversation.
It was, but
I'm going to watch this later and just
I kind of liked it,
facepalm myself.
Play one more for us?
Sure.
Matt Gouette.
Okay, let's end it on this dire note, I suppose. This one's called Where the Flowers Go. Should probably tune the string real quick. Tonight, there's a devil in the air, and I feel it everywhere. There is something bad that's going down. I know that what I did was wrong. In a place I don't belong, and the word is now all over town. Hello, can you hear me tuning in? You are somewhere I have been and no longer am. Free and living in the outside world. But before I go to where the flowers grow, I want you to know I'm not so far away. Tonight I will take my final breath, and you'll bury whatever's left and walk away with just a memory. But I will haunt you in your sleep, and I will bury myself so deep inside your mind until you cry for me. Hello, can you hear me filter through? I am just as part of you as you are of me. So unaware of all the devils in the air, and before I go to where the flowers grow, I want you to know I'm not so far away. You can't erase me from your life, but I will linger till your dying day. La da da, la la da da, la da da. Yeah, before I go to where the flowers grow, I want you to know I won't be far away. Well, thank you.
Thank you, Matt Gouette, for the wonderful music and enduring my ridiculous questions. But
Well, you had to endure my ridiculous answers.
it wasn't your fault. Thanks for joining us on Live Lunch Break. We'll see you next week with Sue Mead. And go see Matt tomorrow night with his own band, as well as Burnouts from Outer Space at the Oasis in New London. See you next week.